It's the winter season, December. No, it's still autumn, but technically it's December. That means almost Christmas, almost very almost Christmas, in fact. So why don't we play some Mario Party for that? So all projects on hold for a little bit of Mario Party. Mario Party 10 is the game we're gonna play, which is maybe I'll say it's trash. I like it. It's my opinion. I really like it. I will only make mention of the audio right now. I have problems with the audio myself, so because of that, I will have music added in, and just so that it is not just me just talking. We just have to be a bit more atmospheric. So yeah, that's the game we're gonna play. Now you already notice that there are differences between Mario Party 9 and 10. The order has been decided by roulette and not by dice block rolls. So it's not random. So well, I guess it's fair for everyone. So to try to make it fair, but yeah. Gimmick of Mario Party 10 is the gamepad. There is a very special character locked in the gamepads, and in order for him to release, all 6 numbers on the dice must be rolled at least once. Special dice blocks can be played in Vector and all that good stuff. Very good stuff. So pretty much if 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 on the dice block has at least been rolled at least once, then something bad will happen and you will want that. So if your luck is great, then that guy might be locked up. So yeah, we're going to start with our first minigame, which is, I can't wait because this is supposed to come up. Dice and Dash, which is one of my favorite minigames. And you're gonna be a little bit of a nostalgia factor because minigames is something that I'm so I want to at least have some music that maybe fits the thing, and maybe have also other Mario Parties also been added in, and maybe something special for the bosses because this of course is Mario Party 9, same game as Mario Party 9, so there's bosses in this game, a lot of them. See, there's like 4 stages. See, there is Mushroom Park, the Blue Stage, Whimsical Waters, I believe. Cloudbreak Island, the Cloud Stage, the Place Castle. 5 times 2. That's 10 bosses. We are not actually going to might not be able to see every single boss. Here's the reason why. I'm going to let's just say that I'm going to I've already played these stages at least once, so that means that the bosses are decided at random. However, the first boss will be the boss that you already fight here on your first run, will be always put in on the middle side of the roulette. So he will always be a part of it. And I know that during this run, at least, one of the 2 bosses that you will fight here on your first run is I got to fight it. That's the thing. I actually got 2 bosses that I rarely face. So yeah. I also like that this game really just cuts straight to the point, which is really funny in my opinion. So the boss we're going to fight again, you see that the middle one is Mega Goomba, but I have to fight against a Mega Cheap Chunk. Not really my favorite, but it's still fun. I really like that Cheap Chunk is now boss. I like that there are a lot of Mega bosses in this, Mega creatures in this game, and that is, yeah. I will use, of course, official tracks, but not always, but I will sometimes deviate from the official tracks. The mini bosses, I will always use the same track because they actually have the same track, and I really like the tracks from the mini bosses itself. So that's exactly right. Now for this boss, you basically have to simply, you get 3 shells, so grand total 3 points. 1 shell equals 1 point, but every time you hit the Cheap Chomp, you will spin around in clockwise fashion. So you can use these two to a bit of a kit like this. And yeah. So, and if you are in Cheap Chump line of sight, use 2 points. So don't go trigger happy. Maybe you can actually use this as a bit of a Pikachu thing. Like I needed to protect myself that time, so Mario gets lose 2 points because of that. Now for the next cycle. I'm gonna manage to shot it at once. Yeah, I'm not going to let that happen. Mario loses once again 2 points. And just like in Mario Party 9, Rage Mode. When he's angry, he will summon cheap cheeps, which will serve as meat shields. I got trigger happy. Also, if you actually, I also like to mention maybe in advance, if you see like that I'm paused for a little bit maybe on my actions, that really is because I'm still trying to get that shiny ending. Okay, one more hit and he's done. The Cheep Cheep does go down in 1 hit, except not for the Cheap Chomps. And of course, like before, if you get the last hit, you get 5 points. A 5-point bonus. So I'm winning with 22 points. Mega Cheap Chomp Shell Shock. Onward to the second part of this stage. This is a very short stage, so you might not see the cage creature a lot that is in there. Toad houses, that's an interesting factor that I want to make mention. If you're the captain, you get a slow down one, so you can actually choose your dice, the dice block from that actually, which is really nice. And I chose the 4, 5, 6 because I know I'm not going to get the slow dice block, so I'm getting this one. And also a nice bonus of 5 mini stars. So now this is about with gates, and I mean like how fancy it is, and then Toads can actually just watch there. Minigame time! Oh! That reminds me. Minigames also can pop up a lot more usual than before. In Mario Party 9, it's mostly if 4 characters have been at least played, at least done, then at least a free-for-all minigame will of course appear every single time you land on a blue space. Now this can also happen on a green space as well. So green space can still be considered minigame space if you want. Even if these 4 turns has been passed before minigame, and you got to play this once. But I remember that in this match that didn't even happen in this match. That's the thing. You may notice that during this time I also hit some swoopers, I believe it's called. Yeah, you can hit them and you get 5 points if you manage to hit them. They're pretty difficult targets because they move. Alright, over to the next. Bowser Jr. We're going to have a new mechanic. Bowser Jr. has a different factor. He's basically Bowser in this game, pretty much. A lighter version of Bowser with very damaging but very simple things. Rather what you expect from Bowser, but on a very simple thing. Even Bowser Jr. Revolution is simply that he actually divides things equally, which is one more Relocus remains, so if anyone rolls a 3, you can see the numbers on the screen right now. That will happen. And you got Lucky Space, so it means there's something great going to happen. This is pretty much with the shape. You have to jump in Nintendo Logic fashion, and you can get a lot of mini stars that are basically just stringing back and forth with you. Got a lot of them right there. I don't know if you can actually like get at least a maximum of 10, I don't know. But I got 10 out of this. Good shots right there with the mini star. So let's see the results. I of course got 10, so Luigi got 7, I got 10, Mario got 3, and none for Rosalina. Alright, let's see what's going on next. I mean, you saw me pausing there, still trying to get that ending. Going for a nice 6, that means that we're going to get this little event. Time your jump, and you get maybe some mini stars, maybe. And you just saw that roulette, that's pretty much, you can basically steal mini stars from random opponents. I believe the only 3 things you can actually steal is either 5, 10, or half the mini stars, which is, let's see. Now, because of we passed the checkpoint, Bowser is the one that got that is stuck in the thing. Will stay locked up, and now Bowser Jr. will now send some spawn some Bowser Jr. spaces. So we get to maybe see some Bowser Jr. a lot more than we do with Bowser. Bowser will, in case you don't know what Bowser will do, if Bowser got set free, Bowser will basically steal half the mini stars and send Bowser spaces everywhere. That's pretty much what's going to happen. And you probably know what Bowser already do. And if you have played Mario Party 9, then you already know what he can do in Mario Party. Steal mini stars, send mini stars straight to the person in last place. Divide things equally. Reverse minigame where the point is to lose the minigame on purpose. Valve will have mini stars and get a 1 mini star for free if you get the 10,000 mini star presents. And here we have a Bowser Jr. coming up. Bowser Jr. I'm actually a little scared normally, actually. You can even lose half the mini stars as well. Bowser Jr. does like really quickly. Bowser does still do losing really quick by just simply sending it straight to a black hole. If things are not actually divided equally with that 10, then Bowser Jr. or Hamburg will basically put some free ones in. Shaggy Shuffle, that hope your memory is really great. See, I'm pausing once again, so I'm once again busy with my essay. Hope you got the memory, because you need to remember, you need to pay attention and where you go. But it's kind of tricky because of this moment. I don't really like what they're doing with this moment. So even may distract you with that they trip or something like that. Fake outs. You get a maximum of 5 points. I'm pretty sure you're going to get like a maximum of 15 points from on these donuts. Final rounds. I hate this moment. And I kind of just not sexy to see. I'm pretty sure like I need to check like the showers or something like that. I just can't figure it out. Well, at 1 point. That's really nice. You also got a really nice scene right here. All characters like react differently, but when they just sit down when eating a donut form in this hellish event with Mario Party. Actually, like, I have actually noticed we actually only had like minigame that's like on point with like gambling and shootouts with Mushroom Park. I got really lucky with the in team, which is weird. But that's gonna change all today because this minigame is the Death Trap. It was also like a minigame that was like really like Mario but stadium like things. Hop, drop, and roll. Oh, excuse me. And the thing is, there are basically net gates there on top that will basically send those guys down, and Bullet Bill is very on command of Luigi. I lost there, but if Mario and Rosalina can at least win this, then it's good. I mean, it fell a bit too fast. I could not actually handle the things. Rosalina lost, but not Great Mario. Ow, man. Hop, drop, and roll, and give me my 3 mini stars. It's really nice. On to the next. Pretty much a desert filled with bad things. Bowser's Jr. spaces and unlucky spaces. Yeah, and even a back space, which is ugh. It's good because you can actually just grind things up, but not very nice. Yoshi, go, go, go! And let's end this thing with the boss. Boss battle time with the whatever is in this castle. And the boss that I got to face was the one that you faced here on your first time. Petey Piranha. This is the boss I already faced. The others was rarely as powerful. Excuse me. And here we go! Simply much throw bombs in his face, but he will try to suck the bombs in and will spit it back at you. So down with that. It might do like extremely long enough, just to ignore. Now he gets angry. If you fuck up, basically, if you manage to throw a bomb into his face, he will throw a second bomb to your face. Which is not very nice. I paused for a little bit, but because I got a little scared. This time was not because of Entei, but it was more of a I got scared if I got hit by the bomb, because this is a pretty chaotic boss fight. Alright, there we go. That's the end of that. KD's bomb battle is done. Now getting my 50 mini stars. I have not actually even added the music yet, which was really a dumb thing for me to do. Well, that will be changing after I'm done with this, but I'll let you know now. So, instead of 3, there's 2 star bonus. First up is Slow Star, which if you lose, it's pretty much a pity one, and Dice Star if you use a lot of those the special dice blocks. And here we go, onward towards the finale. On the 4th place is Rosalina. On 3rd is Luigi. 2nd is Mario, and in 1st place is Yoshi. With 102 mini stars, as well as getting a nice bonus of 102 Mario Party points. So I will see you guys next time for the next stage. Hope I see you guys then.